Okay, hi everyone. We're going to be dealing with CSS dimension properties. It helps us to control the width and height of an element. And so, to illustrate that for this existing div, I'm going to go ahead. It already has a 200 pixels. Let me go ahead and reload this. Okay, so I already created a div. This is a div element. So as you can see, it has an opening div. And so as you can see for yourself, it's actually a container that you can place on the position of a web page. So most styling you see, one will place a div on top as the header and put its logo and menu. You create another div here for your slider. You create another div here for your services, And so div is very powerful to use. And so we're going to be seeing how we use div. And so I want to explain something, the properties of height and width. So CSS provides several properties such as the width and height. There is also one called max width and maximum height. And so it allows you to control the dimensions of this box. So like I said, a div is more like a box. And helps you describe how it should be laid out on the web page. Okay. Now when you use the div, when you use the width and the height properties, without the padding and all that, you're actually saying insist on being this size. Whether the screen is small, whether the screen is large, insist on being this size. Okay, and so he assigns a fixed width of 300 pixels and a fixed height of 200 pixels. Now, but there is one called auto. What auto does, auto actually checks the size of the screen or the content and adjust automatically to the size of the content. As you can see, when we change auto, it stretched to the end of the screen. Now, this is not so good. But there's another one I want to show you. It's called, most time, you want it to be automatically, but you don't want it to stretch more than. And so we can use the max width properties, where I can say, no matter what, don't extend more than this. And so no matter what, don't extend more than 500 pixels, no matter what. So we can use the max height and max width. So you see, it stretches, but it will never extend more than 400 pixels. So you see that works. Let's see, no matter what, don't extend more than 800 pixels. So you see, you can actually define a maximum height and a maximum width property. Okay, and so there is also the minimum. You can say, no matter how small the content is, minimum width. And so to do that, so you can go ahead and you can use minimum height and minimum width. You can go ahead and try that on your own. Okay, now there is the use of percentage. That's very important. Percentage functions when you want to actually build a responsive screen. Now look at this. Let's look at this. I'm going to go ahead and minimize my screen. Okay, let me close this. Let me see if I can. Are you seeing? See, it stops here, but it stops there. But now let me do another thing. Let me go to mobile view. To go to mobile view, if you're using Google Chrome, just Control Shift I. Then inside the mobile view, you see this tab. Okay, I can select very tiny phone. Good. And so looking at this now, you will see this space. Now let me do something. Let me say 100%. I hope I know where the percentage is. So we are saying the width should be 100%. So now look at this. Regardless of the size of the screen, so if people are viewing from their phone, it will always take 100% of the screen size. If people are viewing from their tablet, it will take 100% of the screen size. So let me see iPad. So you may be wondering, how did I come here? Control Shift I. Then you see this tab. This tab says toggle device. So you can see mobile and this thing. So regardless of the kind of device, Galaxy, it will fit in. So it's good you optimize whatever website you're doing for mobile responsive view. This is what professionals check when they look at your website majorly. Is it responsive? So you hear people saying they are doing a responsive website for you. All they are saying is that they want people, user experience, people to be able to use it regardless of the screen they are viewing from. Let them be able to, have a comfortable experience. Let them be able to have a comfortable experience going through your website. And that's it about CSS Dimension. And so we'll cover much in this class also.